In the 10th century, Baghdad and Damascus became bustling centers of a sprawling translation movement that saw thousands of ancient manuscripts flowing into new libraries. This influx of Greek thought created an immediate tension. The calculated logical proofs of thinkers like Aristotle frequently contradicted the theology of the religious empire. Abu Nasr al-Farabi went beyond simple translation. He sought to organize these competing ideas, fitting Greek logic and Islamic theology into a single cohesive framework. To see how he pulled this off, look at his text, The Enumeration of the Sciences. This massive book serves as an architectural roadmap to his mind, categorizing every field of study known to his world. For al-Farabi, the stakes were high. He recognized that if these conflicting ideas couldn't be reconciled, the empire's intellectual life risked pulling itself apart. Al-Farabi placed logic at the very base of his system, designating it the ultimate path to human happiness. His command of the subject earned him the title of the Second Master, positioning him right behind the first master, Aristotle. Yet, alongside his rigid logic, he wrote the encyclopedic Great Book of Music. He understood that logic alone could be dry. To make logical truths accessible to everyone, he relied on the musicality of language, using rhetoric and poetry to bridge the gap. He even tested mathematical theories against musical practice. By listening to live performances, he observed that human hearing often contradicts pure math, noting, for example, that a semitone is not exactly half of a full tone. Before looking up at the abstract heavens, al-Farabi grounded his intricate philosophical architecture in verifiable human experience and empirical observation. Moving up the ladder of sciences, we arrive at physics and cosmology. In his refutation of Galen, al-Farabi turned his attention to both the stars and the human body. This diagram maps a parallel between human anatomy and the cosmos. The hierarchy of organs perfectly mirrors the celestial spheres. This is emanation, order flowing downward from a divine source. The heart dictates the body, just as celestial tears dictate physical realities. In this universe, there is little room for randomness. Human biology and astronomy are governed by the exact same structural blueprint. At the peak of his enumeration, we reach metaphysics and politics. Here, al-Farabi applies that cosmic hierarchy directly to the administration of human society. He used Plato's concept of the ideal city-state as his starting point, but he quickly recognized that a small, mono-ethnic city was an insufficient model for his world. Instead, he designed a political philosophy engineered to govern a vast multicultural empire spread across different territories and languages. To achieve harmony at that scale, he argued for a philosopher-prophet ruler, a leader capable of understanding the rigid cosmic blueprint and translating it into flexible laws for a diverse population. His intellectual architecture saw enduring success, supporting both Islamic and Western medieval philosophy for centuries. But modern scholars, particularly those following a school of thought known as Straussianism, ask a central question. Did al-Farabi actually believe the religious worldview he constructed? Straussianism is an approach to political philosophy that searches for hidden meanings within historical texts. This introduces the concept of exoteric versus esoteric writing. Exoteric writing is meant for the general public, while esoteric writing contains hidden meanings. Some theorists suggest his religious writings were a rhetorical shield designed to protect his strictly logical, potentially heretical views. Scholars are currently cross-referencing newly translated Hebrew fragments with his lost commentary on the Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle's primary work on human virtue. In those fragments, al-Farabi reportedly dismisses the immortality of the soul as a tall tale. Whether he was a devout synthesizer of religions or a logician operating in disguise, al-Farabi's legacy is his intellectual audacity. He proved that true mastery means building a framework robust enough to hold the entire universe and its secrets together.